evening. Please, today we are looking at fertilization. When we say fertilization, fertilization simply means the fusion of male and female sex cells. The fusion of male and female sex cells. And this fertilization takes place at the ampulla of the fallopian tube. The egg is released from the ovary, and then the egg meets with the sperm at the ampulla of the fallopian tube, where fertilization takes place. The egg consists of, we have the corona radiata, that is the outer membrane. We also have the zona pellucida. The zona pellucida is the inner membrane. And then the sperm produces an enzyme we call hyaluronidase. This enzyme penetrates the corona radiata, that is the outer membrane. And as it penetrates the outer membrane, it forms chemical reaction. We call it cortical reaction. And this cortical reaction helps the enzyme to be able to penetrate the zona pellucida. So after it has succeeded penetrating into the zona pellucida, this is where the second meiotic division starts. This is where the second meiotic division starts. So now, after this, we will now have the pronucleus of the two haploid cells will fuse together to form a diploid cell. And now there will be exchange of what? Genetic materials between these cells. From this, we have something we call morula. Morula is formed by continuous reproduction of the zygote cells. Continuous reproduction by the zygote cells, and it is aided by what we call progesterone. And this progesterone is produced by the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum is nothing but, after releasing of the egg, the empty sac that is remain in the ovary is what we call corpus luteum. In this morula, as there is continual reproduction of the zygote cells to form this morula, much of the cells move to one part or to one end of the pole to form the inner mass. And we also have the trophoblast. The trophoblast is the outer layer. The inner mass is also there. That is where we said much of the cells move to the one end of the pole to form the inner mass. The blastocyst is the whole thing. The blastocyst is the whole thing. So this blastocyst travel from the ampulla of the fallopian tube to the uterus. 3 to 5 days it will reach the uterus. 6 to 7 days embedment of this blastocyst will begin. By the 10th day, the embedment the blastocyst will completely be embedded into the uterus. So now that it is completely embedded into the uterus, the trophoblast will now divide into two layers. The first one will have syncytiotrophoblastic, and we also have cytotrophoblast. The syncytiotrophoblastic will form finger-like projections, and these finger-like projections, we call it villi. Some books will say amniochorionic villi, and these villi contain blood vessels where there will be exchange of gases between the mother and that of the fetus. also have the cytotrophoblast. The cytotrophoblast is what is going to form the amnion. It is what is going to form the umbilical cord and the rest. And this cytotrophoblast is going to be maintained. It's going to produce HCG. The HCG, the full meaning of HCG is human chorionic gonadotrophic hormone. And this HCG is going to prevent menstruation, is going to maintain the pregnancy by sustaining the function of the corpus luteum. So please, this is what happened in fertilization. And remember, after fertilization or during pregnancy, the endometrial name will be changed to decidua. During pregnancy, we call the endometrium decidua. And we have some layers. We have the compact layer, we have the basal layer, and then we also have the other layers. The compact layer consists of packed cells, tightly packed cells. The basal layer is the layer that remains unchanged. It doesn't change even after pregnancy. This basal layer doesn't change, it remains unchanged, and new layer is grown from this basal layer. So, and then we also have the spongy layer. The spongy layer is made up of the tortuous glands that secretes mucus. It's made up of the tortuous glands that secretes mucus. That is the spongy layer. So these are the three layers that we have during pregnancy. We have the compact layer, we have the basal layer, and we also have the spongy layer. And in these layers, we also have areas of the decidua. We have the decidua basalis, we have the decidua capsularis, and we also have the decidua vera. The decidua basalis is what lies underneath the ovum, the embedded ovum. As the name suggests, basalis, decidua basalis, it's what lies underneath the embedded ovum. The decidua capsularis, this one covers the embedded ovum. And then we also have the decidua vera or the decidua paritalis, and this one lines the rest of the uterine cavity. By the 12th week of pregnancy, the decidua capsularis and the decidua vera fused. So this is what happened during pregnancy. Thank you.